Welcome to our Sunday Tribute, a heartfelt reflection on the iconic wrestlers we've lost over the past years. Their unparalleled contributions to the wrestling world have left an indelible mark, inspiring generations of fans. Today, we also bring you sad news about Stone Cold Steve Austin, whose recent situation has touched the hearts of many. Join us as we celebrate their legacies through moving tributes and cherished memories. Subscribe to stay connected and keep their powerful stories alive for future generations. Alexis Smirnoff, born on February 9, 1947, was a Canadian professional wrestler who made a lasting impact with his larger-than-life persona and intense in-ring presence. Known for his Russian gimmick despite being Canadian, Smirnoff brought a unique combination of charisma and aggression to the ring, capturing the attention of wrestling fans worldwide. Smirnoff rose to prominence during the golden age of professional wrestling, quickly establishing himself as a villainous figure. His persona, which capitalized on Cold War tensions, resonated with fans as he portrayed a Soviet antagonist. He became a key figure in major promotions, including the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where he engaged in memorable rivalries with some of the biggest names in the business. Throughout his career, which spanned several decades, Smirnoff was known for his brutal in-ring style and signature moves, such as the Russian bear hug. His ability to ignite the crowd with his fiery promos and hard-hitting matches made him a standout talent during wrestling's peak years. Beyond his wrestling abilities, Smirnoff was highly respected for his professionalism and dedication to the sport. He competed in promotions across North America and Japan, helping to expand the international reach of professional wrestling. Alexis Smirnoff passed away on January 5, 2019, leaving behind a legacy as one of the sport's most memorable and dynamic performers. Billy Two Rivers, born on May 5, 1935, was a distinguished professional wrestler and indigenous rights advocate, best known for his contributions to wrestling and his dedication to raising awareness about indigenous issues. Hailing from the Mohawk Nation, he began his wrestling career in the late 1950s, quickly earning recognition for his athleticism and unique style. His heritage played an important role in shaping his wrestling persona, incorporating elements of his culture into his performances. Two Rivers competed across major North American promotions, including the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, earning admiration for both his wrestling skill and his charismatic presence. In addition to his wrestling career, he became a passionate advocate for indigenous rights, using his platform to promote cultural understanding and respect. Billy Two Rivers passed away at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy as both a wrestling legend and a champion for indigenous communities, inspiring future generations to embrace their heritage. Bushwhacker Butch, born Robert Miller on October 21, 1944 in Auckland, New Zealand, was a beloved professional wrestler known for his lively persona and comedic style. He gained widespread fame as one half of the iconic tag team, the Bushwhackers, alongside his partner Luke Williams. The duo became a fan favorite during the late 1980s and 1990s in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, with their entertaining antics and signature marching entrance. Before the Bushwhackers, Butch had a successful career in wrestling across territories in New Zealand and Australia, initially teaming with Luke in the 1970s as the Sheepherders. Known for their aggressive style, they built a loyal fan base. The transition to the Bushwhackers, with their playful demeanor, marked a career transformation, making them beloved figures in wrestling. Butch Miller remained active in the wrestling world until his passing at age 78. His legacy endures through his contributions, humor, and lasting impact on the wrestling community. Joyce Grable, born on November 9, 1952, was a trailblazing professional wrestler who made a lasting impact on the world of women's wrestling. Beginning her career in the 1970s, she quickly gained recognition for her exceptional athleticism, technical skills, and captivating presence in the ring. During a time when female wrestlers were often underappreciated, Grable broke barriers and became a pioneering figure in the sport. Known for her dynamic in-ring ability and charisma, Grable earned the admiration of fans and peers alike. She competed in prestigious promotions such as the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, facing off against some of the biggest names in women's wrestling. Throughout her career, Grable held multiple championships, showcasing her skill and versatility as a competitor. Grable's contributions went beyond her wrestling accomplishments. She played a vital role in advocating for women's wrestling, helping to pave the way for future generations of female athletes. Joyce Grable passed away at the age of 70, but her legacy remains alive. She continues to inspire aspiring wrestlers, and her influence on the sport will be remembered for years to come. Koji Kitao, born on August 12, 1963, in Tokyo, Japan, was a towering figure in both sumo and professional wrestling. Standing 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighing over 300 pounds, his immense size and strength made him a natural in the combat sports world. Kitao initially rose to prominence in sumo, joining the prestigious Japan Sumo Association, where he earned recognition for his exceptional technique and power. In the late 1980s, Kitao transitioned from sumo to professional wrestling, debuting in New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW. His unique fusion of sumo and wrestling styles quickly captivated fans, setting him apart from other competitors. Kitao's powerful in-ring moves, charismatic personality, and storytelling ability made him a popular figure among audiences. His matches blended his sumo background with the high-flying, hard-hitting nature of pro wrestling, creating a captivating spectacle that resonated with fans both in Japan and internationally. Throughout his career, Kitao faced various challenges, including injuries and personal struggles. However, his resilience allowed him to continue his journey in the wrestling world, earning the respect of his peers and fans alike. He became a significant figure in bridging the gap between traditional sumo wrestling and modern professional wrestling, bringing a fresh approach to the sport. Koji Kitao passed away on February 10, 2019, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the wrestling world. His contributions to the sport, combined with his passion and larger-than-life persona, continue to inspire aspiring wrestlers, particularly in Japan, where his influence remains strong. Kitao's unique blend of strength, technique, and charisma ensures that he will always be remembered as a pioneer in the world of professional wrestling. Pero Aguayo, born on January 18, 1946, in San Luis Potosí, Mexico, was a legendary figure in the world of professional wrestling, renowned for his fierce in-ring style and charismatic persona. Making his debut in the early 1970s, Aguayo quickly became one of the most beloved stars of lucha libre, captivating fans with his high-energy performances and his striking look, which featured his long hair and iconic mask. Over the course of his illustrious career, Aguayo won numerous championships and cemented his status as one of the biggest names in Mexican wrestling. His athleticism, combined with his larger-than-life persona, made him a household name, not only in Mexico, but around the world. Aguayo's ability to connect with fans, whether through his intense rivalries or his compelling storytelling in the ring, made him a standout in the lucha libre tradition. His legendary feuds with other icons like El Hijo del Santo and Mil Máscaras drew large crowds and became a significant part of Mexican wrestling's rich history. Beyond his in-ring success, Aguayo played an instrumental role in elevating lucha libre to global recognition. His appearances on television and in film helped bring Mexican wrestling into the mainstream, making it a cultural phenomenon. Aguayo's contributions were pivotal in popularizing lucha libre as a distinct and respected form of professional wrestling, expanding its reach far beyond the borders of Mexico. Sadly, Pero Aguayo passed away on July 3, 2019. His death left a profound impact on the wrestling world, but his legacy endures. Aguayo is remembered as not just a champion in the ring, but also as a beloved icon whose passion, dedication, and larger-than-life spirit inspired countless wrestlers and fans. His influence on the sport will never be forgotten. Rocky Johnson, born on August 24, 1944, in Amherst, Nova Scotia, Canada, was a trailblazing professional wrestler and the father of Hollywood star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. His career began in the 1960s, competing across various territories in both Canada and the United States. Known for his remarkable athleticism and magnetic presence, Rocky Johnson became a pioneer for African American wrestlers in a predominantly white industry, breaking down racial barriers in the process. In the late 1970s, Johnson gained national recognition after joining the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. There, he teamed up with Tony Atlas, forming one of the first successful African American tag teams. The duo made history when they won the WWF World Tag Team Championship, solidifying their place in wrestling history. Johnson's in-ring style was a unique blend of agility and strength, often displaying a combination of technical skill and hard-hitting moves that kept fans on the edge of their seats. Beyond his personal success, Rocky Johnson was a mentor and a role model for younger talent in the industry, including his son Dwayne, who would go on to become one of the biggest stars in both wrestling and Hollywood. Although Rocky retired from professional wrestling in the 1990s, he continued to be involved in the wrestling world as a trainer and promoter, passing on his knowledge to future generations of wrestlers. Johnson's contributions to the sport were honored in 2008 when he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy as one of wrestling's most influential figures. He passed away at the age of 75, leaving a lasting impact on both the wrestling world and the lives of countless fans and aspiring athletes. His pioneering spirit continues to inspire many in the industry today. Silver King, born Cesar Cuauhtemoc González Barón on January 9, 1968, was a renowned Mexican professional wrestler, celebrated for his high-flying style and charismatic presence. Gaining popularity in the 1990s, he became an iconic figure in the luchador tradition, known for his striking silver mask and dynamic performances. His athleticism and unique persona captivated audiences both in Mexico and internationally. Silver King's career thrived in Lucha Libre 8AA worldwide, where he competed alongside legends like Rey Mysterio Jr. and Octagon. He also made significant appearances in the United States, particularly in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, further cementing his status as a top luchador. His contributions to the sport went beyond his own matches. He was dedicated to training aspiring wrestlers and sharing his passion for lucha libre with the next generation. Tragically, Silver King's life was cut short on May 11, 2019, when he collapsed during a match in London, leaving the wrestling world in shock. His sudden passing left a void in the community, but his legacy endures through the many wrestlers he mentored and the fans who admired his talent and spirit. Silver King remains an enduring symbol of Lucha Libre's rich history, remembered for his incredible performances and lasting influence in professional wrestling. Few names in professional wrestling are as iconic as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Renowned for his electrifying charisma and unforgettable moments, Austin's rise from a modest Texan background to becoming the face of WWE's Attitude Era is legendary. However, behind his success lies a story marked by significant health struggles that have greatly impacted his career and life. In this in-depth look, we'll explore the challenges Austin has faced, the toll they've taken, and the incredible legacy he continues to build, not only in the ring, but in his life after wrestling. Shocking update on Stone Cold Steve Austin, health struggles and legacy. In the world of professional wrestling, few names carry the weight of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Known for his electrifying persona, rebellious attitude, and unforgettable moments, Austin's transformation from a small-town Texan to the face of WWE's iconic Attitude Era is legendary. However, behind the fame and success, Austin's journey has been filled with health struggles that have significantly impacted both his life and career. From a series of serious injuries to personal challenges, these struggles have shaped Austin's path in ways that no one could have predicted. In this exploration, we'll take a closer look at Austin's health battles, including the physical toll wrestling took on his body, his ongoing recovery, and the legacy he continues to build both in and out of the ring. Despite his health issues, Austin's resilience and determination have kept him a beloved figure in the world of wrestling, inspiring fans worldwide. His journey reflects not only the sacrifices made for the sport, but also the strength it takes to overcome such obstacles. Let's dive into the real story behind Austin's health struggles and the lasting impact he has had on the wrestling world. The early years and beginnings in wrestling born. Stephen James Anderson on December 18, 1964, in Austin, Texas. Stone Cold. Steve Austin's early life was marked by his deep passion for sports. Raised in Edna, Texas, by his mother and stepfather, Austin developed a competitive nature from a young age. His love for athletics took him to Wharton County Junior College on a football scholarship, before transferring to the University of North Texas. Though football was his first love, Austin soon realized that his true calling lay in professional wrestling. In 1989, Austin took a significant step toward his wrestling aspirations by enrolling at Chris Adams Wrestling School in Dallas. By 1990, he made his debut in World Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, where his raw talent and determination began to shine. Even in his early days, it was evident that Austin was destined for greatness. His skill and drive quickly set him apart, paving the way for his future as one of the biggest stars in professional wrestling. Steve Austin's rise to wrestling fame, the making of a legend. Steve Austin's journey to wrestling superstardom began in 1991, when he signed with World Championship Wrestling, WCW, as Stunning Steve Austin. His brash persona and in-ring skills quickly earned him recognition, especially as part of the tag team, the Hollywood Blondes, with Brian Pillman, winning the WCW World Tag Team Championship. However, despite his success, WCW failed to see Austin's full potential, releasing him in 1995 after an arm injury, a decision that would later be regarded as a major mistake. In late 1995, Austin joined WWF, now WWE, as the Ringmaster. While the character showed promise, it didn't fully resonate with fans. In 1996, Austin reinvented himself as Stone Cold Steve Austin, a rebellious anti-hero who captured the hearts of millions. His defining moment came during the 1996 King of the Ring tournament, when he delivered the legendary Austin 3:16 promo, igniting the start of WWE's Attitude Era. Stone Cold's championship glory, the triumphs that defined his career. Austin's hard-hitting anti-authority character was central to the success of WWE's Attitude Era. In 1998, Austin won his first WWE Championship at WrestleMania 14, solidifying his place as the face of the company. Over his career, he would win 6 WWE Championships, multiple other titles, and create unforgettable rivalries, including with Vince McMahon, The Rock, Triple H, and The Undertaker. Austin's influence transcended wrestling, leaving a lasting impact on the sport. Steve Austin's health struggles, triumphs and setbacks in the wrestling ring. Steve Austin's rise to fame in the world of professional wrestling was meteoric, and his journey from a small-town Texan to one of WWE's most iconic superstars is unforgettable. However, behind the bright lights and electrifying moments, Austin's career was marred by a series of severe health struggles. These challenges, especially the injuries he endured throughout his wrestling career, had a profound impact on both his professional trajectory and personal life. The catastrophic injury that changed everything. Austin's career took a tragic turn in 1997 during a match against Owen Hart. The match, which was crucial in Austin's ascent within WWE, ended in a catastrophic neck injury. In an instant, Austin was temporarily paralyzed, a moment that seemed like the end of his career. The terrifying incident not only put his life at risk, but also threatened to derail his wrestling journey before it truly began. However, true to his nature, Austin's resilience shone through. Despite the grave nature of the injury, Austin embarked on a grueling rehabilitation process. His determination to return to the ring was unwavering, and within months, he was back performing in front of packed arenas, defying all odds. Yet the injury marked the beginning of an ongoing struggle with his health that would define much of his career. The toll of wrestling, how injuries piled up. Over time, as Austin's career progressed, his body began to show the wear and tear of professional wrestling's brutal demands. The physicality of the sport took its toll, with cumulative injuries compounding year after year. Austin, known for his intense matches and hard-hitting style, began to feel the effects of these injuries. From torn ligaments to damaged discs in his neck and back, the pain became increasingly difficult to manage. Despite his tough persona, the reality of his situation was undeniable. By the early 2000s, Austin's body was no longer able to withstand the rigors of full-time wrestling. The chronic pain he endured from his neck and spine injuries ultimately led to the decision that would change his life forever. The heart-wrenching retirement, choosing health over glory. In 2003, after a landmark match against The Rock at WrestleMania Night 9, Austin made the incredibly difficult decision to retire from professional wrestling. For fans, this was devastating. Austin had become a cultural icon during WWE's Attitude Era, and his rebellious character had defined a generation of wrestling fans. His absence from the ring left a significant void in WWE, one that was deeply felt by both his peers and fans alike. However, Austin's decision to retire was not made lightly. It was motivated by the need to prioritize his long-term health over his passion for wrestling. The wear on his body and the debilitating pain from his injuries made it impossible for him to continue at the level of intensity required. Life after wrestling. A new chapter. Austin's retirement from wrestling marked the end of one era and the beginning of another. Although he had stepped away from full-time competition, his love for the sport remained strong. He continued to make occasional appearances with WWE, participating in special matches and roles like referee and guest host. Austin also turned to other projects, including his podcast, The Steve Austin Show, where he interviews fellow wrestlers, shares personal stories, and reflects on his illustrious career. Despite facing ongoing health challenges, Austin maintained his commitment to staying active, focusing on fitness and staying involved in the wrestling world in a new capacity. Addressing rumors. Austin's current health status. Over the years, rumors surrounding Austin's health have persisted, fueled by his physical struggles during and after his wrestling career. Some fans have expressed concern over his ability to maintain his health as he ages, but Austin has made it clear that he is in good spirits and managing his condition. The legendary wrestler has reassured fans that he receives appropriate medical care and is working diligently to keep fit. Though he continues to face physical difficulties, Austin remains in stable condition and enjoys a relatively peaceful life away from the pressures of professional wrestling. Austin's legacy, a lasting impact on wrestling. While injuries have limited Austin's in-ring competition, his impact on the wrestling industry remains immeasurable. His contributions during the Attitude Era helped WWE become a cultural juggernaut, and his character, Stone Cold, remains one of the most beloved and influential figures in wrestling history. Austin's rebellious, anti-authority persona resonated deeply with fans, and his iconic moments, like the Austin 3:16 promo, will never be forgotten. Even after retiring from full-time competition, Austin's influence on WWE and the wrestling world continues. His feud with Vince McMahon, legendary rivalries with The Rock, Triple H, and The Undertaker, and his role in popularizing Attitude Era storytelling helped shape WWE into the global powerhouse it is today. His podcast continues to connect him with fans, sharing behind-the-scenes insights and keeping his presence felt in the wrestling community. The legacy of Stone Cold. Steve Austin, a champion of strength and resilience. Steve Austin's wrestling career is a testament to passion, resilience, and the spirit of rebellion. His legacy transcends the ring, as he remains a revered figure in sports entertainment. His battles with injuries and the sacrifices he made for the sport are reminders of the physical toll wrestling can take on its performers. Despite his health struggles, Austin's legacy as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time is secure. His contributions to WWE are woven into the fabric of the company's history, and his influence will continue to be felt by future generations of wrestlers and fans alike. In the end, Steve Austin's story is one of perseverance. His career, defined by monumental triumphs and heart-wrenching setbacks, continues to inspire millions. As we reflect on his enduring impact, we'll always remember the rebellious, beer-swilling, trash-talking, stone-cold Steve Austin, an icon who forever changed the face of professional wrestling. And that's the